Everybody, welcome back over here. Yes, I want to go over. First of all, in this video, I want to talk about the U.S. Debt clock. Basically, the amount of debt they have and the trouble they are in here right now because the 10-year yield is exploding. To basically it's going to touch the high from 2022. That's a massive danger. I warned you guys last year about this. I was making these videos about like the 10-year yield, why it's a time bomb, and because it's like uh, the massive signal for the global economy. It's very important. I will tell you more about that. And I just gonna show you the price of oil and why this have an implication to the price of like the inflation and high prices of everything. So and basically just a basic understanding of what's going on. And also I had this post on Noster basically. And by the end of this video as well, I want to show you guys how to set up your Noster and follow me from there. It's very amazing. I mean, you cannot be banned from it, so it's amazing. So what I said is that inflation never came down and never will, because the government will never stop printing to spend in all things you never voted for. There is no end to how worthless the currency will be. I don't care where your country is, what is your country. The currency is going worthless. Every currency, every national currencies are going worthless. You cannot rely on the warbird to tell you the truth about the theft and crimes he's committing. You're gonna learn how to protect yourself from the thieves and stop playing the victim. Otherwise, you will spend the rest of your life feeling sorry for yourself and your family. Learn Bitcoin. So this is what I said on Noster. So it's there, and I had 3,000 sats, over 3,000 sats as appreciation for that. I had another post, but I'm gonna leave it for later. What I said, I'm gonna show you that later. But I wanna go ahead and let you guys listen to this guy. Okay. First, like the body language. Before he start talking, he start cleaning his mouth. Okay, so just so like take what he's saying with a grain of salt. So here's what he has to say. Okay.
I am announcing that the largest ever release from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve to help provide the supply we need as we recover from this pandemic. In addition, I brought together other nations to contribute to the solution. India, Japan, the Republic of Korea, and the United Kingdom have agreed to release additional oil from their reserves, and China may do more as well. This coordinated action will help us deal with the lack of supply, which in turn helps ease prices. The bottom line, today we're launching a major effort to moderate the price of oil, an effort that will span the globe in its reach and ultimately reach your corner gas station, God willing. I've worked hard these past few weeks on calls and meetings with foreign leaders, policymakers to put together the building blocks for today's global announcement. And while our combined actions will not solve the problem of high gas prices overnight, it will make a difference. It will take time, but before long, you should see the price of gas drop where you fill up your tank.
Okay, so that's what he said, and you like remember this guy, right? Again, he's one of those people who are always pushing for green energy, right? You wanna show how it's important to migrate, from uh, you know hydro hydro uh, I don't know how you say that word. Sorry, guys. I will find the word, exact word for you. But hydrocarbon, okay? But from fossil fuel, basically, to renewables like solar, wind, and stuff like that. They call this green energy, which is basically all nonsense. They are not green at all. They are more like they affect the environment more than anything else, because you have to use fossil fuel itself to produce them, and they go to waste and make a lot of damage to the environment, and it is hard to manage, and then they kill birds, and it's a lot of things. Okay, and they're not efficient. That's the end of it all. They're not efficient. They don't operate when you need them. But now he is talking about fuel, bring the fuel price down. Okay, so the problem with that is that, first of all, you will see he never talk about the amount of money printing that's happening, right? He's only talking about how he's collaborating with those countries around the world to bring price to release their reserves, right? Those people, they believe in spending on what they have now, so they don't believe in saving. They don't care about saving on anything else, right? So to just think they should just use whatever they have now, so they don't have to save for rainy days, right? So he's saying that, in so he wanna every other countries do that. So I doubt like any other country, like serious leaders will do that. So I don't think anybody will listen to this guy anyway. So unless you want to use force, right, the U.S. Army to push them to anything, but I don't think so. Even the Saudi guys didn't listen to him. I mean, they didn't even want to shake his hand. But the real problem here is they are in deep trouble, right? Because they need to print money to solve their debt spiral. They have a debt spiral problem. They have to spend a lot of money to service that debt. This is at $32.7 trillion. There's an interest on that debt. So the interest here, you have to go on the 10-year yield, when basically the government have all those debt. They don't just just have them like somewhere protected. They have to pay the interest on those debt, right? So the interest on this debt is at like 4.2%. Like that's for 10-year yield. That's basically, if you give that the government money for 10 years, that's how much money basically you have to they have to pay the interest on that debt, right? So now the interest, you know, at this level, for you know, for this price, right, is very high, right? So I wanna calculate this for you guys to see. So let's say you have like 4.2%, right, interest on that debt, right? So you wanna multiply that by 32.7, right? So gives you about like 1.4, 1.37, like almost $1.4 trillion a year. Okay, that's how much money you have to pay on interest every year. So that's more than what they have to spend for their army, right? To secure all the you know the dollar hegemony, right? They have to spend a lot of money to in a lot of men with guns around the world to put pressure on those countries to to sell their oil into dollars. So basically to keep the dollar pegged to oil. But now this is breaking, because if you look at the price of oil right now, this is over 5 years, and you go, this is gonna go. This went down like in 2020, right? 2020, where everything shut down. It go and drop like massively. Not many people using oil. But at that time, they was doing a lot of money printing. This is where like 40% of most of the dollars was printed. And then this is exactly inflation in itself. The inflation is the money printing. Okay. So now the rising prices is a reaction to the money printing. Right? The scam, the price rising of oil is exposing the scam, just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is exposing the scam. Bitcoin is energy itself because you need energy to produce it. So oil started to rise, and then from here you see all the rise of the rising prices, and then in 2020, in 2022 the price peaked, right? May 2022, because it was a lot of and this is how you see all this massive like prices rise to high prices. I call it high prices. I don't want to call it inflation. When you see the price and for your fuel, for your food and the grocery, those are high prices. Those are reaction from the inflation that happened of the money printing, right? So those are just exposing the fraud, and you see that, right? So, and when by the end of in during the period when the U.S. starting to release the gas, right, the oil from their reserve, right? So they started to release some gas from their reserve. No, that's not that I want to show you. But now when they started to release the gas, right, and then the prices start to drop because if you have so much thing on the market, then you see the price will drop, right? So just supply and demand. And then because they was gonna have election at the time, so they want to have they don't want the people to lose too much faith in the current administration, so they just want a price to go down so people it could cool off so people can forget about it. But now after the massive injection of those oil, now in August 2023, you have like in let's say Q3 2023, prices started to go up again, right? Because sure, I mean every day you see the fuel prices going up. I don't know where you live, but it's always going up every day. So this is again a reaction of all the money printing that's happening. Like past couple months, they printed over $1 trillion, to you know pay so many things. They have like things like they have Medicare, right? They have Medicaid, like that's over $1 trillion. Social Security over $1 trillion. Defense and war, okay? That they say that exactly. War. That's just about to 800 billion. And you have interest, right? That's at 600 billion, but that's probably gonna double pretty soon because the interests on the debt are going up. But for example, when you see this is just a 10-year yield, right? In the like 1 year yield, it's even higher. It's at 5 and higher, 5 and up %, right? So it's really interesting what's going on here. So, but the just what I want to focus on is just the fraud of the you know the how the fuel, right, the oil price is exposing what's going on here, right? So, and if you go back like in 10 years, right, you'll see all when it goes up and go down. If you go and like in let's say 20 years, right? So 25 years, okay, you see in 2008, right, where the big crash happened, and you see what's going up and up, and then now it crashed, right, massively, 2009, and then it went up again because much more money printed. And then in 2020, 2014, it went down, right? And it spent a lot of time there. And then now it went down again because of all this, the 2020 lockdown. It went up again, right? So the world will always need oil to function, because most, like, even look, think about how many trucks on the road to keep the economy going. How many, like the ships themselves, they use oil. They don't use solar panels. You think a solar panel can take a ship from, like, the Saudis to the west? No way, right? So you need oil, and you need oil to move the train, right? All those shippings rely on oil. So that's why, like, don't be fooled by those people when they tell you they want to migrate everything to electric. Because, and also, first of all, the electric need energy. The energy from your electric, your town that provide you with electrical from to your home, they use energy. They use, basically, some of them use a lot of, some of them use coal, some of them use nuclear, some of them use your hydro. But for some, they need energy, right? They need some type of energy, right? So to operate, they need to pay for that, right? How do they pay for that? Well, they need to go to the source and then find it, pay for it, right? They're not gonna get it for free. Or they need to be profitable. They are just selling you uh, the some of their energy so they can profit, right? If they cannot be profitable, they will be out of business. So they have to be profitable. If they are not profitable, they done. It's done. So, and you need power every day and every hour. So what's gonna happen when all this, you don't have, like, those reliable power anymore, right? You're gonna go back to the dark ages, right? So you need reliability to be competitive in the global market, right? So China is not gonna give up on oil. I don't think so. And this guy is himself, right? He's telling you he want people to bring more oil in the market, right? So now I wanna, uh, by the way, I wanna show you guys this. This is the website buycover.com, and if you wanna learn how to buy Bitcoin um, without KYC, you can use this link. I'll show you exactly what to do there. Use Google SAT, just simple, right? So you could use that, and to just learn how to buy Bitcoin using global sats, right? Using Lightning Network, and there's a lot of things on this website, valuable resources you can use to help yourself in your Bitcoin journey. When I first started, I didn't have those things, so it kind of makes sense for me to create that, so help you guys. I teach you how to connect your hardware wallet to your node if you have a node, right? I teach you pretty much quite a bit, right? And I have some videos on the YouTube channel for the podcast as well. Speaking of the YouTube channel, this is I don't go here. I just wanna show you guys. Uh, this is basically the channel. So I have quite a bit. Like, I have like 305 subscribers right now, but I need, I mean, I'm very grateful for you guys. Thank you very much. So, and this is it, and you can find quite a bit of things out there. So I try to post every once in a while. So, anyways, let's move on to the next thing. I promise you guys, I wanted to look at, like, this is the time chain calendar. Just basically showing you what's the block height for Bitcoin right now, and you have the hash rate as 400 exahash. That's crazy. That's very high. That's 4% from the last 24 hours. That's very amazing. So, and then you have the The next adjust difficulty adjustment is at 7.4. That's very high, in our opinion, because that's very amazing. And you have the priority 8 sats per VByte for to include the transaction and the time chain. So amazing. I think those are the most important things to know. The difficulty at 52. Um, so um, yeah. So I first show you guys this thing about my Noster. So I wanted to show another thing. So regarding, I just want to go back to the oil talk. Oil price spike. Yeah, that's just a post I made just later today. I said is this is the same chart down there. Oil price spiked in 2022 because oil is needed to manufacture goods and provide services, plus they cannot produce oil at the same rate they can print money. The price of oil brought up the price of everything else with it. By the end of 2022, somewhere around 2022, US decided to release most of oil reserve on the market to cool off prices for election purposes. The series of rate hike, the bluff, didn't do much to cool off real high prices since inflation was the money creation in itself. And rate hike is just a distraction from the truth and the reality. Wasn't supposed to work and will never work. Guys, a rate hike is supposed to kill the economy, make more and more people dependent on the system. It's not supposed to fix anything. It's not supposed to bring prices down. Don't listen to this clown telling you, you know, he wanna have price down. That's not the goal. The goal is to make everybody poor, make you less powerful, and just useless to yourself. That's the goal. You just want to make everybody poor, and that's it. Period. Now we are in August 2023. After the U.S. oil reserve release effect on the market, oil price starts to come back up again. This time, expect massive and higher prices. It will be much more aggressive this time because interest rates are higher, so much more money will be printed to pay interest rate and government obligations. Okay, so I'm talking about this, right? Interest rates are getting higher, and the obligations, right, from the government, Medicare, Medicaid, you have so many things to pay for, right? You have all the social security, and you have all the interest, right? You have to pay on the debt, and you have to pay for these oligarchs and the government, right? To pay themselves, right? So all those people, they are very high salary individuals, right? So now this time expect massive and higher prices. It will be much more aggressive this time because interests are higher. So the logical step from here is for fuel price to double and then double again, right? So fuel price is gonna double, it's gonna double again, then people will hopefully start to wake up and study Bitcoin. So this is it. This is it, guys. So since the beginning, 2020, I saw what happened, and I know this was gonna end very, very badly. So this is just the oil price, crude oil. So just that's it, right? So it's just showing you what's going on, right, with the scam of money printing. And the funny thing is, people are listening to the same people who are creating money, right? The money. It's like, what are you doing, right? So now I want to move. Let me move on to Noster. I promise you guys to talk a little bit about Nostr. I don't wanna go too deep. Nostr basically just this social network. It's like a decentralized social media network. Um, like you can go there and create your own platform. And for the really good of a person, you just need to know that okay, you can just go create your account, and this is like a decentralized place. This is not just like a platform where you can have you log in. It's not like Twitter or Facebook. When you log in, you own your own at login, your own ID, right? So they don't own your ID for you, right? So if you let's say you go to this, for example, Coco, right? Let's say I use Coco, and this is a web app, and you go to Coco, right? You can go to Coco. You decide, okay, hey, I want to create, let's say, Lightning, a Nostr account, right? So yes, you can create one, and you can, as soon as you create one account, right? So for example, you go there, right? You go sign up, right? And from sign up, you go, let's go, okay? You go and then you put a name. Let's say I want to put pie cover, right? So that's already okay. And then you go, and then you're gonna automatically create you a private key, right? It just gives you a key. So it generates a key. Your private key is your password and gives you total control over your Nostr account. We have generated a fresh one for you below. Store it somewhere safe, right? If you don't want to save your keys now, you can find them later in the Coco setting, but it's important that you save it, right? So this is it. You just like in a few seconds, you just create your account and Nostr. And by the way, this private key, you can use it to any other web app, right? On the Nostr like internet. It's like the Nostr internet basically. And then you could just move with your own private key, just like with your Bitcoin pass like seed phrase. And you could take those seed phrase, those 12 words, you can move them to a different wallet and still find your Bitcoin back. So you're not subject to the basically the social media platform, the social media client, right? You're not like subject to like Twitter or Facebook. They are just client on the Nostr, right? The one that's on Nostr. You can just move with your own keys and with your own all your followers, all your posts will just there, right? So it's like it's amazing, right? So and that's an amazing thing about it. So if you want, yeah, you can try that this and yeah. So that's one that I wanted to show you guys. I know it's a little bit off subject, but yeah. So this cool oil thing, it's amazing to see now, and this is basically the Bitcoin adjustment, like a little bit clear vision of what's going on with the blockchain. This is the estimate. This is at 7.5. That's a lot. That's quite a bit because the last adjustment was very low. Was 0.12%. So now I think there's a lot of hash rate going online. Right? It's a good thing. Right? It's a good thing. I want the hash rate to go like 10 times from here, 10x from here. So this is when like Bitcoin mining will be the massive industry that rules most other industries. Right? We will probably own um, utility companies for power in most cities, right? In most like countries. So we will be power producers in a lot of countries, and that would be a good thing. Um, because the Bitcoin network is the most valuable thing, it will be the most valuable thing in the future, and it should, do all those things. So that's that. And I just yeah. So I hope you guys. And one last thing I wanted to mention. So sorry, I almost forgot. This is the Argentine peso. It's just went from yesterday, right, to today. Right, for in 2 days, it went from 286 pesos to the dollar, 287, right, to 349. Okay, it's like that's crazy to me. That's crazy. That's almost like you almost lose like half of your money, overnight in just like a few days, just 2 days. It's like so crazy. You see 98% jump, right, in over the year. 98% jump year to date, right? If you go over 1 year, that's 160% jump. You go 5 years, that's 1000% jump, right? That's exponential function right here, right? Our mind is not designed to think this way, but this is exponential function. So this is what this is how hyperinflation happens. And this is when you don't want to be the last, you know, to catch the bus. You want to be. You don't want to see that in the news, right? You want to be somewhere every year, right? In 2012, right? And you jump out, right? Get Bitcoin, learn Bitcoin, study Bitcoin. So, anyways, I just wanted to leave you guys with this and understand what really is inflation, and which is the money printing in itself, and not what do you say, what you hear in your Bloomberg and your YouTube videos. Those crypto influencers and all those dummies out there. So, anyways, I will let you guys go. This was Spy Cover. Thank you for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you.